This is the third and final video on the 85-inch Sony X95L. On the first video, I unboxed it with Justin. Additional to that, I showed you guys the menu system, including the Bravia Cord and Netflix calibration using the native applications. On the second video, we went extreme. I showed you guys upscaling on it. We looked at blooming, we looked at motion, and I showed you guys some picture demos. On this video, we saved the best for last. Today, I'm going to show you guys the gaming and audio system on it. And I will tell you, this TV has 6 speakers and it sounds insane. So let's get into it. The first thing I want to show you guys before we get into all the settings is some gameplay. So we loaded up Dirt Rally 2.0 and just did some burnouts in the field. And as we turned around, you can see the motion in the TV was pretty smooth and you can see that the colors are great. And then we loaded up Star Wars Squadrons. And on this game, I want to show you guys the star fields and how well that it actually breaks up the colors and show you guys the details. And again, it's responding very smooth on these games so far. Now next we switched over to the PS5, and the thing about PS5, since it is built by Sony just like the TV, it automatically puts the TV in auto low latency mode. Plus there's an option to use the VRR as well. Now there is a feature for the PS5s called Auto HDR Tone Mapping. And this basically evens out the shadows and brightens up the highlights to make sure you get a lot more truer picture. And I would tell you that this TV will support 4K up to 120 frames per second. So you're definitely going to get a great experience when gaming on this television, but it's not perfect. But we're not talking about the picture quality, it's all about the configuration of your gaming console. So let me show you. If you go into TV details, you can see that is only seeing 60 Hertz. And the reason for that is that you have to put the TV in a different mode. So if you go into settings, external inputs, HDMI signal format, and we had it hooked up to input 4, you can see that it's in a standard format. Now I think this should be automatic, but you have to choose if you want to use 4K, Dolby Vision, or VRR, but you have to switch these up. So it depends on what game you play. There's nothing that's going to be completely automatic. Now that we're back into the gaming console, you can see that we have 4K, and then we have an option to toggle over to 120 Hertz. Next, if we go to TV details, you can see that it now sees the 120 Hertz. I do have the high-speed cable on it, but it will not support Dolby Vision. So if you want to use Dolby Vision games, you'll have to go back into the TV menu and toggle it over, but you will lose the variable refresh rate. On the back of this TV, there's 4 HDMIs. 2 of them are HDMI 2.0 for 60 Hertz performance, and 2 of them are HDMI 2.1. So let's take a look at the input lag on each of the inputs in gaming mode. For this first test, I want to show you guys the input lag on the 60 Hertz connection, and I was able to get roughly around 17.3 milliseconds. Next, I switched over to a 4K 120 Hertz and put the TV in enhanced mode, and it dropped down to about 17.2 at the lowest settings. And for the last test, I switched it over to VRR, and I was reading around 22.3 milliseconds, so it did increase by using that particular setting. So let's check out the gaming menu. If you press and hold down the menu button on the remote control, and this is mainly set up for the PS5. So we have our VRR, we can turn it off and on. You have motion blur reduction. You also have black EQ, and you can see it changes the different tones of the screen, as you can see right here in this area. And then we have a crosshair, and that basically puts this pointer in the center. And then you have a type. So if you go over here, you can toggle to different styles. And just in case you wonder, it does work on the Xbox as well, because this actually pulls up on the HDMI. And just in case you wonder if that gaming bar works on the Xbox, again, press and hold the menu, and you can see that it does come up right here. We have all the same controls, including the crosshair. So you have no problems there if you have a PS5 or Xbox. The last thing I want to mention when it comes to gaming on this Sony X95L, if you have a PlayStation or Xbox, the picture is beautiful. You're going to get up to 120 Hertz. On the Xbox, you're going to get your Dolby Vision, and you have auto low latency and variable refresh rate. For those who always wonder about the little extras, this TV does not support G-Sync, FreeSync, or cloud gaming. With that being said, let's talk about the audio in this television, and again, 6 speakers. if you have headphones on, or if you listen to this video on an audio system, you definitely can hear that bass response. These subwoofers are pretty incredible, and the fact that this TV has two of them makes it that much better to give you that balanced sound. In addition to that, if you go into the menu system of the television, you can calibrate the sound with your environment using the remote control. And there's all kind of presets in here like sound customization. You can have it to recreate a 5.1 audio system right from the television. There's also a built-in EQ, and you can zoom in the voice as well if you're watching a movie with a lot of dialogue in it and you can't make out the words too good. The last thing I want to show you guys is the speaker system and the placement of them. Now I will tell you that this TV has 10 watts times 6. That's 2 woofers, 2 mid-range, and 2 tweeters. So you have the full range of sound coming directly from this television. Now, if I move over here to the side, the tweeter is in the frame, and this is going to be great for producing that surround sound. Now, when it comes to the vocals and just listen to everyday TV, you have the mid-range, which are on the bottom of the TV. And then last but not least, we have the woofers that are on the back cover. So let's move this around to the back. So as you can see, if you don't want to add an audio system to this television, you're pretty much all set, but they have built this TV to pair up with the HDA7000 soundbar, and this is going to allow you to use all these speakers more like a center channel to enhance that soundbar along with the wireless rear speakers and the subwoofer. So there you have it, guys. That's everything you need to know about the audio system and using a gaming console on this particular television. And just in case you miss it, go ahead and check out video number 1 so we can start off with the unboxing and build back up to this. That way you guys can get the full experience of what this TV has to offer. I'm Tech Steve. Thanks all for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.